me. Hi, everybody.
When you just say hi, it's just to me and Madison.
Hi,
Love
friends.
that.
How are we doing? So, I know the stream started a bit late.
Totally not my fault.
Apologies.
My fault either.
You know, one day we'll be on time. One day. I'll
That
stare
day
at
is
these
not
two very
today,
intensely. One day they'll be on time.
That day is not today, though.
Oh god. Hi, Winter. It's good to see you in chat. I honestly really need to turn. This music is loud for me.
Down.
Oh my god. Minutes past is what was said. Yeah, 45 minutes late.
It's fine. It's no. You saw nothing. We're on time.
Okay. I'm gonna
Time is irrelevant.
turn you guys
We're on
up.
time.
By the way, how is everyone's voices? Is Moon or Madison loud? Do I need to turn them up, down? Do I need
Hi,
to
hi.
turn them up?
Yes, am I loud?
You're like, how's everyone doing? You know, do we sore voices? Like, have we been screaming recently? Lost our voices? I need sleep.
For me, Moon sounds quiet, but I'm afraid to
Really?
raise
I can
her
move
up.
my mic closer.
Like, for me, you sound
Whoa.
quiet, but I don't know about for the stream.
My microphone is slightly closer.
It's.
Is that
I think it's
better?
because I had to turn down my own volume for the YouTube thing.
How dare you?
Ah, it's loud in my ears. It's hard to concentrate on our conversation when I have music that loud.
Valid.
So,
How are you guys? I didn't ask this before.
doing pretty good.
No.
Tired?
Okay, cool.
You know, stressed.
Tired? Yeah,
Yes,
tired. Stressed, yeah.
Oh, wow. Why did I just realize that I'm gonna have to do the most talking today?
Better get your vocal cords warmed up, man.
I wasn't prepared. Like, I was so excited to talk about my book, but at the same time, I really wasn't prepared to talk about my book.
That's how it was last time. I was like,
Yeah.
oh crap.
You're like, yeah, I'm ready to talk about books. Oh, wait, I have to talk about my book.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
You
My bad.
do. I'm
Well-
gonna turn you up a bit for me. 'Cause
Am I really that quiet?
for me, you are.
That's so interesting. Guys, I'm really excited to see what you thought. I'm really sad that we're about to spoil everything for you, Madison. Because I think
That's
you missed
okay.
out on basically
Yeah.
all of the good stuff in the book.
Yeah, I know. I read over the slides and I went, son of a gun. Why?
For everyone
Listen,
in
it has been
chat,
it's been
Madison
a crazy
made
week,
it
okay?
the end of 18 out of 31, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of
I believe
all of the
this
stuff we're probably gonna talk
happened-
about is after that.
This happened with the Dragon Twins.
Which was also my
Yeah.
book.
But
I know. Well, okay, listen, things come up whenever
No,
it's time to read
so
your
valid.
books.
Yeah, I'm
well,
just
what
curious
about Frostfire? Did you finish Frostfire?
Did you finish Frostfire?
I
Madison.
don't know.
Madison. Madison, if you've not finished a single one of my books.
I don't know. I'm just gonna sip
And
my
you know
tea
what
right
the
there.
sad part about this is that Moon has the shortest books out of all of us.
Yeah, I
Like the
know.
shortest book.
Listen, I plan on finishing them 100%, all of them,
Did
every
you
single
finish
one.
Dragon Twins?
So I'm gonna finish every single one of them.
Did you not continue reading it?
Listen, I don't quit calling me out. This is not the pick on
You're
Madison stream.
calling yourself
Listen.
out.
Listen, okay. This one I would have finished because it is a shorter book, and I was like, oh yeah, this will be a breeze. And then my mother-in-law was in a car wreck, and then I had a coworker die, and we had a funeral. It was a lot, okay?
I know, sweetie. I know.
Well,
I know. It's
I would
valid.
highly recommend finishing the book after. It gets really
Oh
fun
yeah,
in
no,
the second half.
I am because I am enjoying it, especially reading the slides. So
Yay! Okay, cool.
yeah.
Because I have so many things I want to talk about, and there's things I can't even talk about because this is only book one
Mhm.
of a 3-book series, and you have no idea how frustrating it is to know like everything and be like, there's this one thing I want to talk about, but I'm not allowed to.
Well, allow me to transition over to the slides.
Wow. what a
And
smooth
Madison needs to move out of the way. Okay. Where is the slides? Hello.
Lost
Slideshow?
him.
Hello. Oh, it's okay. That's why. There it is. All right. I was like, a slide? Where?
The slideshow ran away.
It did. Okay, Madison. I'm gonna. I'm gonna put us. No. Okay. Put us up here. I'm gonna move Moon.
Yes, that's me. Man, I am not ready to talk.
Where do I
Guys,
put you?
I just copy and pasted the end of the book for the.
Okay, you're gonna be covering up the title a little bit, but there you go.
That's okay. It's a long title.
Actually, I got a better idea. I'm gonna put us.
You're actually gonna show the stream what you're doing, or are you just gonna keep fiddling?
There we go. Okay, I'm done fiddling. All right. No, it's
Yay.
delayed, Moon.
Yeah, but it's not that delayed, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
It is very delayed for me.
Too delayed. Whoa. Okay. There I am.
There you go.
Okay. So, I guess we're going. Okay. Cool. My book was Water and Moonlight, which is by, how are we saying her name? Valia. We're not sure how to say the author's name.
Valia Lynn?
Valia.
Valia.
What?
However you say it, thank you for the book. We appreciate it.
Very
this
good
is
book.
Yeah, this is book 1 of the Thunderbird Academy series. It's one of 3 books. This is also technically a spin-off to another one of her series.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of lore that happens before this book, but honestly, I'll talk about like how I
So-
read it, because this was the first book I read, so I didn't have any context when I went into it either my first time. And I think it's still a comprehensible book even without the prior thing, but it is a little jarring.
So real
I
quick,
will say.
I just want to
Yes.
point out to Winter. Winter, I have brought up this idea to the girls before, but we need to make things for that to work. So
Look, we're
One day.
not smart enough for that.
we know we are, but we just need materials.
We're lazy.
We're lazy.
That's
That's
what it
the
is.
true answer.
That's the true answer.
I need
Okay,
to
cool.
hunt down some artists. That's what I need to do. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Slide.
Okay.
What
Beep,
the
beep,
slide
beep,
is.
beep.
I don't have the slides up. I don't know what's the next slide.
Synopsis.
It's the description. Let me
Synopsis.
pull up the slides. I don't have the slides up
Why don't you have the slides?
because I don't.
No.
Oh my god.
Sis, I could have.
She doesn't have the
turned
slides up.
over my book. Wait, this is different. Hello, guys. Do we want the synopsis that's on Amazon, or the synopsis on the back of my book?
Why don't you read it off the PowerPoint? The one you put on the PowerPoint.
Yeah, I didn't read the when I was copy and pasting though, so that's awkward. Cool. So what on the PowerPoint?
By the way, I'm gonna
Oh my
call her out.
gosh.
She did this PowerPoint.
What? I did this PowerPoint like an hour ago.
She did this PowerPoint an hour ago, and I told her like
Was-
2 days ago to like,
Yeah.
you should do the PowerPoint.
Hold up.
We
no, I'm reading. Okay,
love
hold up.
last
I'm
minute
reading the back of the
things.
book and not what the synopsis says because the synopsis is too general. Okay? We're ignoring everything that the PowerPoint says. Cool.
Alright.
Yeah.
The back of the book. Synopsis. My power could save my friends or destroy them. As I start a new semester at Thunderbird Academy, I have a lot to live up to. News of my sister's courageous fight against the ancient evil has spread, and now everyone expects the same greatness from me. But all I want to do is 1. Find my dad. 2. Figure out why my magic is suddenly gone on the fritz. It would be a lot easier if I didn't have to keep dealing with the ever-annoying Aiden Lawson. Shifter, nemesis, ridiculously gorgeous. I don't care how he makes my pulse race. I will not be deterred from my mission. But the war with the ancients is just beginning, and now Thunderbird Academy has become a sanctuary as well as a school. Each attack is deadlier than the last, and when the academy ends up under siege, my friends and I have no choice but to fight. Am I brave enough to trust my magic to save us, or will my world come crashing down around me by my own hands? I'm in a fight for my life, and I, Madison Hawthorne, have no idea what I'm doing. Welcome to my year at Thunderbird Academy.
You mean welcome to my year? Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
Welcome to
my apologies, Madison.
I had to mute my mic because Winnie ran in here and Nick
All
came
good,
chasing
Winter.
after her.
Thank you for lurking.
Is lurking?
Winter is
Oh.
lurking.
Thank you for lurking. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Next slide.
Alright, let's get rid of the synopsis that isn't the synopsis.
It is a synopsis. It's just not this. The synopsis on the back of the book is bad.
Wait a minute. Why is this picture so... Do you see that at the very bottom?
No.
There.
Oh,
Yeah, don't you see that?
I see
What?
it on your screen.
It's on my PowerPoint slide too. What is that? Hello?
Oh, it's not on mine.
What if I just...
Well, that's awkward. Cool. We'll
Okay,
go
I
through the
fixed
slide
it.
quickly
I fixed
then.
it. I fixed it.
Oh.
Alright,
okay.
moving on.
Cool. Characters. So our main characters are Maddie and Aiden. Yeah, I mean, they're, yeah. And then I
Is
said our
Aiden
secondary
really a main
character.
character?
Yes, he is!
I really
Yes,
feel like
he
he
is!
should have showed up more. He didn't show up enough, in my opinion.
What are you... Wolves, what are you talking about? He shows up... Him and Maddie are basically the only two characters in the book.
I mean, Jade shows up way more.
No, she doesn't. Aiden shows up more.
Really?
No, 100%.
Really? Thank
Aiden
you,
is
Beth.
definitely in the book. I think to the point that you're at, Madison, Jade has showed up more.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
But I feel like the second half of the book, it's basically just Aiden.
Yeah, but the second half isn't as long as the first half, so that's why I don't feel like he's there as much. I'm just like...
He's a main character, guys.
I know he is, but at
I
the same
mean-
time,
Okay.
it doesn't feel like he
Yeah, I mean, I think I would consider him and Jade both be main character. Well, no, okay, maybe not Jade.
Main
Well,
character. Jade's not a main character.
I don't
She
know.
is in
Sorry,
my heart. Jade is a main
I mean,
character.
she's an
but
amazing character,
I
but
love
she's not a main
Jade
character.
so much.
I love
Anyways,
Jade.
sorry.
We'll get to that. Okay. Okay. I need to know, how do you guys say N-O-L-E-L?
Okay.
Because I have a way
I
of saying it in my head, but I'm wondering how you guys are saying it.
Originally,
Wait,
I changed it
what is
once.
it?
The
Which one?
The
N-O-E-L
guy
name.
she goes to the
Oh,
dance
Noel.
with. Okay.
Okay, so
No.
I originally went, like, cause
Like,
honestly,
like Joel, but
I said, I didn't know Noel was the guy at first, so I went Noel. I
Mhm.
kept thinking Noel, and even after I found out he was,
Mhm.
like, a guy, I kept saying Noel. Because, you know, it's still a name, and it doesn't, like, Noel doesn't sound
Yeah,
like a specific
I was just
gender.
wondering which way you guys
But
went.
then
'cause
I switched it to Noel. I was like, alright, Noel.
Yeah. No, because in my head, he was always Noel. But I was
Yeah,
like, is
Noel.
that how you say it?
well,
Okay, anyway.
since I was doing the audiobook, it said Noel.
Oh, that's
And-
so valid.
And then I went, oh, okay, Noel, like Joel with an N. But had I read it, I would have been like, Noel?
Yeah.
Like Christmas? like,
I don't know why my brain never went Noel though.
first Noel.
Like it was always Noel in my head, even like because I
Yeah.
never read it. But
Like-
anyway, secondary characters: Jade, which we've talked about already. Noel, Ben. I think is.
How
Can
could
be
you
considered a
forget
secondary
Vera?
character. I don't technically think she's a secondary character. I think she's a minor character.
I know.
I
but...
love her, but she's not a secondary character. I think the headmaster is more of a character than she is.
Bro, the headmaster gets...
He shows up more. He does more than she does. I love Vera.
Yeah,
Okay.
but Vera's cool.
Go to the next slide. She's
Headmaster.
on the next slide.
Okay.
But like, she's not a secondary
There we
character.
go. Okay.
Look, yes, okay. Favorite characters? Does that make you happy? Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I liked Maddie.
I
Yes.
do. I like.
I mean,
all
I
of
liked
it.
Maddie.
I
I
Okay,
liked. What
then-
did she say at the part that I'm just at and I really liked? But it made me laugh because I'm like,
No
yeah,
clue.
same.
Go find it.
Go find
We
it.
can put it in the quotes
Well,
part.
I can't because it was an audiobook.
Oh my god, this is why we buy the actual book. That is it.
No, I have the actual book. It is.
Pull it up. You know you're at the end of chapter 18.
Wait. Okay.
That's
I'll,
fair.
I'll go
The
to
book's in the other room.
Hold on. I'll grab it.
Okay.
I got the book right in front of me. I'm grabbing it right now.
Okay,
Hold on.
while you do that,
Well-
I'm gonna go over my favorite characters.
Alright,
It may have,
you
it
read
may
the
have been in
list.
17, but
Okay, so my favorite characters are Maddie, Jade, Vera, which I think we all agree we love all three of them. Ben and
Mhm.
Owen. Owen doesn't come up as much in this book, but I absolutely adore Owen. Noel is great. I like Aiden. Maybe that's
Mhm.
controversial, but I like Aiden. And then Madison, you don't know who this character really is, but I really like Liam. And Wolf, you really don't even know who that is too, but I like Liam. Okay.
From what I literally met Liam for like 2 seconds, and I was like,
I
I
know.
like you.
Okay, cool. Next slide. We'll talk about that later. Wow,
Oh
I
wait,
forgot to
okay,
look
I
up
do
if
like
was
this
the
line
correct
though right
spelling.
here. I don't know if it's the line Madison was talking about, but it's like, it's the same. It's like what I. One moment.
That was so aggressive. Hello?
hello,
Hello?
anybody there?
Hello, Madison?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had
Is
to.
it me?
I had to take medicine. I'm sorry. I'm back.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, fair.
this line I found. It starts like, what I do is none of your business. I say, my voice low. His eyes flash, but I don't give him a moment to respond. Instead, I straighten, walking over to Jade and take my seat. The teacher walks in, then, as I try to get my breathing under control again. A tap on the desk brings my eyes to Jade as she points out to her notebook. That was hot.
Yes!
No, but I love that.
Okay.
I love that line so
I'm
much.
trying to...
There's like one moment when it's like also just very gay between someone. And I can't remember what it was. I feel like it maybe I don't know. Anyway, can you switch to the next one? I'll go more
I don't know.
Madison, you missed it. Me and Wills had a whole talk of like who we think each of the people like would they be into men, women, like those side characters that don't really have plot.
Love it.
Anyway, did you switch slides?
I can't find what Madison would find funny. I don't...
Let Madison find it.
I'll find it and I'll
okay.
send it later.
Wait.
It won't be now,
The
but
worst characters. Also, if you guys have, because I couldn't think of many. I don't like Natalie.
Can I put Aiden here?
No, I love Aiden. I don't like Natalie, and I don't like Chris.
Poor Aiden.
I'm sorry, I'm being mean. I'm sorry.
I couldn't remember anyone else from this book specifically that I really hated.
The shadow creatures count? I don't know.
Like, I thought about adding them, but I was also like...
Do we add ancients here?
Yeah, I mean, like, there's a bunch of, like, non-seen, like, bad forces that could be written here.
Oh, wait, you forgot that one, elder who's really mean, Matilda.
Oh, yes, that jerk!
I hate her.
Yes,
I hate her so
she was not
much.
fun. Madison, you have no idea what we're talking about.
No, but they sound awful.
Yeah,
them.
terrible.
Yeah. Has Madison even met Christy?
I did.
Yeah.
I did just hear her name
She's in
because
our
when
friend group.
I hadn't really heard Christy's name or paid attention to it until that moment, and I was like, who's Christy? Because I saw you put her in like the no people, and then I was like, who's Christy? And then I saw her pop up right as I was listening to it before the stream, and I was like,
Kristen and Vera are roommates.
Yeah.
And then they're friends with everyone.
because I had heard Vera's name because I like the
Christy
name
is like
Vera,
within the
so.
friend
Yes,
group. She's like the overly preppy pixie
She's
manic
the super
girl.
bubbly, like...
Yeah. Honestly, the first
princess.
clue should have been that she wears a pink polo shirt. Should have guessed by then. That should have been my
That's
first
fair.
clue.
Wait, don't say any spoilers yet. You have to
I'm
click
trying
the
not
next
to.
slide.
I'm sorry. And also, Natalie.
Natalie's up there. Madison, you didn't meet Natalie. How
I
dare you
know.
not meet Natalie?
I know.
I don't know how to feel about Natalie. All I know is that she's really rude.
She's not expanded upon in this book.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
She's
You basically just meet her and are like,
she's already
immediately
just
like,
hostile
I
and
don't
rude.
like you because of the situation
Yeah,
that you're
like,
in.
literally. Should I continue?
I wish I could talk more about Natalie, but I can't.
Should I
Yeah,
press
you can
the...
continue.
Okay. Alright. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Yeah.
Moon talk.
What do I need to say?
Say what I normally
Spoiler
say.
alert. We're about to get into the book and start discussing it. So if you don't want to hear about what this book is about, come back later once you've read it. Or if you're ready for us to tell you everything, continue on.
Thank you. Alright.
I don't know why I was so mad while saying that, but I sounded so aggressive. Okay. Oh, okay. I have to read more things. I'm not prepared. Okay. Drinking water. Cool. My summary's kind of long because I really didn't know how to summarize this book well. But, so Maddie Hawthorne is the third-born daughter in a family of powerful witches. Just after having completed a powerful ritual with her sisters to keep the ancients from attacking her hometown, she returns to school for protection. She encounters Aiden, the alpha of the wolf pack at the academy, who immediately hates her on sight. While the school attempts to establish a place of normalcy, sudden attacks on their protective barriers begin from someone inside. Due to the looming threat, all students are paired with trainers to train them in battle magic, and would you believe it, Aiden is Maddie's trainer! Shocker.
Wow,
Oh my
crazy.
God, could not have seen that coming.
The tension
What
in
a
the
plot
school
twist.
continues to increase, and so does the tension between our characters as they're forced to fight for their lives together. Eventually, Aiden leaves and returns with Natalie, a wolf who he's betrothed to. Throughout it all, Maddie conducts research in a secret library, both to help the school, but also in the quest to find her missing father. Stumbling upon a story. Just trying to get through this. Stumbling upon a story, Maddie learns a story of story spell casting, a powerful and dangerous casting ability.
Ooh.
The school is attacked again, revealing Christy, one of Maddie's close friends, as the traitor, forcing Maddie to use her newly discovered story spell casting to save them all. She's told to story spell cast. That's such a a protective barrier around the school, but instead of creating a shield, she sends the entire academy to the spring court in the Fey realm.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
You
We're
missed a
mixing
lot.
books over here.
Also,
Oh, yeah, you missed a
Madison's
lot.
just like, oh! The betrothed party.
Hey, hello.
That's so funny.
Oh my gosh, that
Reese?
was really funny.
This is-
So,
Tampon,
okay,
is that
did
you?
you read the summary before
Sorry,
the
what?
stream, Madison?
I did, but I glanced over it, and I don't think I read the last line because I was like, I saw Christy Traitor, and then I went, I should wait until the stream.
Did you
to,
read
like-
Natalie was betrothed to Aiden?
Yeah, I read that part.
Okay.
But it still shocked me. I made the exact same noise
Oh,
that
yeah.
day, so I kept it real.
Dude, it comes out of nowhere.
It really does.
And it's
I'm
so
just
good,
like-
but it's so well done.
Aw, man, no wonder we don't like her.
No, she's also like very
She's
rude and
rude.
can obviously see there's like a romantic attraction between the two and is purposely inserting herself in between them.
Yeah.
Well, obviously
Like,
she got
she's
engaged
not a
to the
good
man.
character.
Yeah.
Anyway,
She's like,
do
I'm
you
just gonna
wanna
insert
continue
myself
on so
here
that we
with a
can-
ring on my finger.
Here you go, man.
Then we could talk more about that in our rants.
Let's get through
Cool,
the rest
so-
of this.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah,
These
so-
are
yeah,
pretty.
the covers are beautiful. So the rest of Maddie's story, Maddie and Aiden's story, goes for of Destiny and Illusions and of Storms and Triumphs, and so that's the end of the Thunderbird Academy series. And then of Holiday and Soulmates is actually a spin-off series. It's actually 2 series in one, but it's actually a series I haven't read. Totally different one, but it's all in the Fey realm,
Ooh.
which sounds really good.
Hey.
But mainly the story focuses on Maddie's and Aiden's relationship 5 years after Thunderbird Academy ends. It's so
So
good.
they do get together.
I know, shocker!
Oh,
Screw
spoilers!
Natalie.
Dang. Okay.
It's so good though. I would really like.
I also
I love this series, but I didn't realize there was a spin-off at first, and then when I found it, I was so excited. I also read it again
Okay,
yesterday.
so
just
I need to know this for my sanity.
Mhm.
So how does because I think you said that this one doesn't have much spicy.
There
do any
is
of the
no
others?
spice.
Oh, okay.
It's like their romance is super sweet, but this writer doesn't have any spice in their books. Like they kiss.
Do they at least kiss? Okay, that's what that was my next
Like,
question. I was like,
They kiss.
okay, do they at least kiss?
They kiss, and like obviously there's hinted at like other more explicit things in the book. Obviously you read some of them, like it happens in this book. But
He
Oh
presses
my
her
nothing
against
really
his body. Ugh.
no,
I'm like, oh.
the one thing that Wolf sent us. It's
Oh, that, yeah. No, I read that and I was like,
not
yeah.
hinted at. They're
I was
never
like, yeah,
explicit.
you do, girl.
But
Anyway,
I would like
I
to point out
love this
something that I
Yeah.
really love, and
Mhm.
probably like the one thing I really do like about Aiden here, especially on the covers, is that he's not your typical like just straight jet black wolf or white wolf like a lot of
Oh,
the
yeah.
fantasy writers like to do with their alphas. They're like,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
he's
no,
the
no.
big black
He's-
wolf alpha. No, he has like
Isn't
multiple.
he?
He's like a timber colored, and I like it.
Isn't he a black wolf though?
Well, on the covers, he's
Isn't
not.
that how he's described in the book?
If he's described like that, though, I'm gonna be so sad and take back what I
Is
just
he?
said.
Hold up. I
Because
know
on the
exactly
covers,
when
he
you
has
told me.
like he has a little mask right there. Like he has a little like brown mask on his face. Like sure, he's like mostly black, but he has like a little bit more color to him, and that makes me happy. We don't have a lot of like there's never like a gigantic gray wolf that's like the leader of their pack. There's just always black and white, and I don't know why authors like to do that. I'm like, bro, there are so many other types of wolves out there. Where's my red wolf alpha? I'm so upset.
Dude, all of these
True.
covers I think
Make
are
it
so
black?
beautiful.
Yeah, I'm just
Like I think I'm obsessed with these.
they
covers.
are really pretty. I will admit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait, hold up. I found the part when she first meets his wolf.
Oh.
Oh No,
It's
dark brown.
it's like
fur.
after the.
Oh, dark brown.
It's like
Oh, thank God.
oh, okay,
Okay,
good.
never mind.
Dark
Aiden's
brown.
redeemed.
Yeah.
Aiden's redeemed.
I know exactly when the moment it is in the book. Like I was just looking for it. Anyway, skip forward.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, I know exactly.
Oh,
what
that
this is.
Tempest Witch cover though. Oh my lord.
Yeah, so these are
Mhm.
the other 4 books that are within this world. They actually happened before Thunderbird Academy. So, all of these happen in Hawthorne, which is her hometown, where her sisters, her mother, her family is. Guardian Witch
Her.
is yeah, and so that's like the whole like, oh, there's this spell that she did with her sisters in her hometown. That's these books.
Okay.
That's basically this story.
I
So
really.
they're all standalones.
I'm actually glad they have this because as soon as I heard about her sisters and their respective love interests, I'm like, I
Mhm.
want to know more about what happened with
Yeah,
them.
so that's all of these, and they're all
Ooh.
standalones. So each one covers a different person. So, I've read Guardian Witch and Witch's Fire. I have not read Witch's Heart or Tempest Witch.
Wed.
Wait.
Shut up. Wed. Guardian Witch is her sister Harper. Witch's Fire is her sister Bree. And then Witch's Heart is her friend. Oh no, I
Kate?
forgot her name.
Kate?
No. Kate's. I don't know who
Jade?
Kate is. Like,
No.
genuinely don't know who Kate is.
What do you
Um,
mean? She talked
that's-
about Kate throughout her entire
know.
book as her
I
best
have
friend.
no idea what her importance is, though. Like, I gotta be real. I don't know
Does
who
she
she
not
is.
appear back in the books?
No.
What?
Oh, well. She
It's
must be
weird.
dead.
Dang.
No, she's in the spin-off.
Uh.
Don't ask me. I literally don't know who Kate is, and I don't know where she comes from. Maybe she's in the last 2 books of this like larger series, because I know Maddie has to come back at some point in these books.
Who's
but I
her
don't know.
other friend though, besides Kate?
The other friend, it's she's mentioned in the thing, and she's a
Is it-
spirit witch.
A
She's
spirit-
the spirit witch that's mentioned that's back home, who's not like they're just a friend with like Bree and Harper. So
Oh,
friend
are
with
they
one
like
of
in
her
the
other
shop?
sisters.
Are they one of the employees in the shop?
No, but
Oh.
it's not important. It's that, and then
Is Tempest
Witch
that
is...
mermaid witch that she mentioned?
Yeah,
Okay, I was really curious about that witch. I was like, ooh.
yeah,
that's
that's
interesting.
Tempest Witch. But like, all of their love stories are so cool. So Guardian Witch is like basically a Romeo and Juliet kind of
Ooh.
spin-off, which is so good because it's a witch and a wolf, and like it's not done before. So like, when you get to Maddie and Aiden's story, it's like, okay, that's like more expected. Whereas Harper and her love interest is a little less expected. And then Witch's Fire is basically a little bit of enemies to lovers. Not more like rivals to lovers,
We love.
but they're fun. too.
Isn't her
I don't-
partner like Faye?
No, that's
Oh.
the spirit witch. So that would be Witch's Heart.
Oh.
He's half Fae.
Dang, what is this
I know.
girl's name?
I can't remember.
Like, I thought
So
Bree
many
had.
people.
Wait, what was Bree's? Was Bree's lover just another
So-
witch?
Yeah, Breeze is just another witch.
Okay.
Yeah, because they mentioned that it was like, she didn't think that, it wasn't done before or whatever, but
That's hard.
you'd never find, two
Okay.
people.
With
done
the
before.
with
They're
the
honestly all of them.
with Harper and the Spirit Witch, they mentioned like this like powerful union type thing of like you get more powerful when you find your true partner. I
Your
forgot
soulmate
what-
bond.
Your soulmate bond or whatever.
And I said, oh, of course,
Of
I
cour-
bet.
yeah, of
I bet
course.
I bet old boy is her soulmate.
Like, Maddie, if you just want a bit more power, just,
Yeah.
pet him. Just go pet
Like,
him.
yes, I feel like there is so many stereotypes in this book, but like at the
They're
same
fun.
time,
They're
it's
fun
such a
stereotypes.
slow
Mhm.
burn that half the time you're like, just together already.
Mm-hmm.
I really love the
Yeah,
cover of the
frustrated.
Tempest one. That one is really pretty.
Honestly, all of them are gorgeous, and all of them are so fun. I love because all of them have such fun personalities too,
Ooh.
and their love interests are so good. I loved Guardian Witch. I can't even remember what his name is, but the love interest. Oh, yes, I was there
We need
for
to
it.
find out the name of this one, which I need to Google it.
Hold
Hold
up,
on.
let me look it up.
Yeah.
No, let me look it up.
Okay, you look it up. I'm legitimately so curious. Alright, what the name of the Spirit Witch is?
Because she's so fun, and I know that. Anyway, so I don't know for certain, but I'm pretty sure the spell that like constantly keeps coming up happens at the end of these books. Krista. Her name's
Krista.
Krista with K.
I'm.
She's a reader witch.
Oh, yeah, okay, now I remember.
Yeah,
the
she
leader,
mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
Oh.
yeah. Okay. Alright.
And I'm not. Yeah. I don't really know who the Tempest Witch is, but I'm pretty sure she's the sister to one of the other mates.
Who was her other friend that went with them to the library?
Kate.
Is it
It
Liam?
was Kate.
It's Kate and Liam.
No.
Kate and Liam.
Oh, Kate and Liam.
Kate
Okay,
and
I knew
Liam.
it was Kate, but
I
I was
have
like,
no clue who Kate is.
Literally, she was like at the very beginning of the book. She's like, I miss my best friend Kate.
I know.
Kate is my
I
best
don't-
friend.
I feel like I missed something, and I feel like there are books that I don't know.
Like,
But at the same time,
she brought up Kate as like she was my best friend at the
yeah,
academy. We always
she
just
brings
associate-
her up quite often.
Yeah, she's like missing Kate all the time in the first book.
Like, Jade reminds me of Kate. That seems
Yeah.
like something Kate would say.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss Kate.
Yeah.
Wonder how she's doing. I wish we could communicate.
Yeah,
Oh, she's
literally.
hiding with her family.
Literally.
Every
I
20
don't-
seconds, I swear.
I don't know. It's a weird like plot point that I can't even explain. Anyway, do you want to do quotes?
Yeah, they're up here. Go ahead.
If you guys have other ones that you like, I couldn't find too many.
Well, there
'cause
was
I
that was hot quote I just read out.
That was
I
hot.
do like
quote.
that.
That was
my
hot.
favorite.
It was hot.
Okay, cool. This is the one that Wolves sent in, and I'm going to do the greatest impression ever because this is something I would say, is it not? Okay.
Honestly, I feel like most of this stuff is something you would say, and
Yeah,
I thought about that
I
a
am
lot.
A little bit.
Yeah, I was like, this
naughty.
main character is Moon, but less edgy.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I swear, Aiden, if you tell me one more time that I'm not doing my best, I'll blast you out of that window.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you should.
I could hear you voicing this character. You should have been the audiobook reader for it.
I should have been. the
Honestly.
Yeah.
And then wait, does it have pockets? It sure does. Amazing. The fact that we're this excited about pockets just shows.
Yes!
So
Y'all, you don't even know how
So
real this is for me.
true.
I bought 2 dresses recently that have pockets in them, and I was.
I
so
know.
happy.
Isn't it great?
Pockets
It's
and dress
so
is so-
great.
Yeah.
Bad. You know it's so relatable when all of us are like, yes,
Yes!
pockets.
Pockets.
Yeah. Oh, so true.
I added this one in because I really love this moment. It can't mean anything. When I first saw you, it changed everything for me. I can't explain it, but it did. But you and I, we can only ever be this. Which is Aiden talking to Maddie after the story spell casting when they were attacked.
It
And she
sounds
basically
really
gets
sweet.
knocked unconscious, and it's so sweet. And they hug, but he's also like, "I can't be with you," and you're like, "No."
We cannot be. I'm sorry.
But like, it's also so obvious at this point that he actually does care about her.
It
and
is
it's
a
so
very
sweet.
weird way of showing
Well,
it.
the fact that he like ran out of the room the moment like he could to like come find her like that
Oh
one
my
time
gosh,
she was
literally,
alone.
I love that moment.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, girl,
When was
Yeah.
that?
when what
When
enemy?
the first attack happened and she gets stuck outside.
Oh,
No, it was. I think it was the
wait,
second attack, really.
the ball.
Because-
when she gets stuck outside and she has to run into the woods.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's already patrolling.
No. When he's inside, remember? So it's her and Jade are outside, and they run to the building, and Jade gets in, but the door's shut on
okay.
Maddie. And she's like, Jade, just like be fine. I'll do fine. And she runs off into the woods, and then like jumps into a tree, and then like she
Oh, yeah.
waits for a bit, and then Aiden comes and finds her in wolf form.
Okay. I thought he was just
Mhm.
patrolling.
So s-
I didn't think that.
No, because Jade then later says like, as soon as the doors opened, Aiden booked it out of there.
Bro,
to find
how
her.
is my memory so bad and I read this yesterday?
I don't know.
Uh.
Anyway, this last one might be my favorite quote of the whole book, and this is from Liam, and he's there for literally
Can I
the
read it out
last
loud?
page.
Can I read
You want to read it?
I want to read
Yeah,
this
you could
one.
read it. Go for it.
Okay, which one of you decided it would be a good idea to drop Thunderbird Academy in the middle of the Spring Courts forest?
What?
Liam.
What?
Yeah.
I
No,
love
that's how the
Liam.
book ends, Madison.
That's literally how it ends.
That's how the book ends. It's not
Of
the
course
last
it
line,
does.
but that's how the book ends.
What?
So
Okay,
basically what happens is she
Wizard of
story
Oz.
spells- She story spell casts. She's supposed to cast a protective shield around the school.
Uh huh.
The story spell casting is a little finicky, and if you're not specific with your words, it can do
Oh,
weird
of
things.
course.
And she's basically talking about her friends, and she's thinking of all of her friends, including Liam, who's back in Fairy in the Spring Court.
I'm surprised she didn't think
And
of
so
Kate more for
instead
some
of-
reasons than she was thinking
Yeah.
about Kate the entire book, but okay, whatever.
So instead of putting up a protective shield, she transports the entire academy into another dimension.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's really fun.
I wonder how the
And then
fairy
Liam
Like
just
I
shows up
said,
and it's
Wizard
like,
of
"We
Oz
did
up
it."
here.
like,
Yeah.
bro, why is this
Anyway.
here? My parents are
Come
not
on.
happy. Like, what's going on?
Oh gosh, I wish you guys knew who Liam was.
I already like Liam. I'm just like, you've been here
I
for all
know,
but
but,
2
like-
seconds, and I love you already. Who are you?
There's so much
I like
lore
him
with
just from that
Liam.
quote.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna spoil a little something about Liam a little bit later on because I think you guys are just gonna like it, and I'm gonna find the quote in the second book. It's gonna give nothing away about, like, what happens, but it's just such a quality quote that I can't not say it. So, continue on while I go
Do we
grab
have
my other
questions
book.
from chat? Any questions from chat? Could be any questions. It could be related to the book, to us, anything. We'll take questions.
It could be anything.
Well, not anything, but you know, stuff. You get.
I gotta find it. Let me find the greatest quotes ever.
Bro, my next book has so many good ones. Must
This-
love good old quality. How many chapters is it? It's 31 chapters.
31 chapters, and it's like just over 200 pages. It's not very long.
You could Moon read it in 3 hours.
I read it in 3 hours.
Yeah, it's really easy.
Just
to get
under 3 hours, actually, technically.
through. Yeah. To be read shelf, that's a mood. I have a shelf like that too. It's getting bigger and I'm disappointed in myself.
Mhm.
I need to lessen that shelf.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it's
no,
my whole
mine just
bookshelf.
grew. Okay, I found the quote.
Okay, I'm listening.
I'll save it for when we talk about.
Okay. Do we have any more questions before we move on? I shall wait because of
Yeah.
delay.
It's part of a series, but like if you want to read one-off books within the same world, the 4 books, like the Hawthorne. I don't even know what it is. I think it's called the Hawthorne series. But
The
those-
Hawthorne
those are good, like-
Chronicles.
yeah, those are good one-off.
Oh, Wolves is dying.
Stop dying.
I inhaled cinnamon!
Oh, why do you?
What?
I'm drinking
What the-
cinnamon
why do you
tea
have
and
cinnamon?
like I'm drinking
Oh.
cinnamon tea and I think a bit of the cinnamon just went straight to the back of my throat and I'm like
It's like you just inhaling cinnamon for funsies.
no, I'm not. By the way, I hated that trend. Like they were doing like
That
the Mary
was
Poppins
weird. We don't
cinnamon
talk
trend,
about
but
that
guys,
trend.
it wasn't cinnamon. It's a spoonful of sugar. You nitwits. What the heck?
A spoonful of sugar helps
It's
the
literally the
medicine.
lyrics. Why are you
comes-
consuming cinnamon? Anyway, sorry. No more questions. Awesome. Just a reminder for, you know, my usual YouTube talk. Reminder, join Discord if you are interested and want to know more about our when we upload updates, all that. We really got to be more active in our Discord. Also, link in the description
You're always there.
is also our Twitter. We post when we are going to do our streams on Twitter. We also post if we are delayed on Twitter and we have to reschedule a lot. Also, please like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell to get notified whenever we upload something or go live.
Oh.
Alright. Random ranting!
Oh my gosh, where do you guys want to start?
Let me go back to the...
Well,
I
I'm
feel like
only
we
at
should
the
start
beginning of the
somewhere in
book,
beginning
so
that Madison can join it.
yeah, that'll help.
Let's talk because we kind of already covered a little bit of like the weird lore that's in it. It comes from other books.
Comes from other
Man, I don't even remember what happens at the beginning of this book. Everything interesting happens at the end.
I remember the beginning.
Let me breeze through.
Should we talk about the plot first or the characters?
Let's talk plot.
Oh yeah, let's hear the Liam quote. Give us the Liam quote.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Winter.
Okay, well, let's explain who Liam is. Liam is one of... So, this is Maddie's second year at the academy. Before the whole ancient thing and this evil was waking up, so it's just normal magic academy as one does. And so she had her 2 best friends, Kate, who's a witch, and Liam, who's fae. And they were the 3 musketeers. But so when all of this evil happened, basically Kate's family went into hiding with her and Liam stayed in Fairy. Does it explain why he stayed in Fairy? 'Cause I know, and I don't know if book 1 tells
Something about them bringing him back because they... I remember he was exiled before, I think. Or that might have been his brother.
No,
I can't
that's
remember.
his brother.
That was his brother. Alright, I don't know. He's there now.
Basically, Liam lives in Fairy.
Yeah.
He knows people there. And I'll leave it at that. There's more there, but I'll leave it at that. Anyway,
Okay.
Maddie and Liam have the greatest relationship. It's not romantic in any sense, but it's so fun. And so one of their things is basically I'm just gonna read this. This is from book 2. It's literally the 8th page, so it's super early on, and it continues out through the rest of the series. How you holding up, Cupcake? I groan at the hated nickname, turning just a bit to see Liam's grin. You're the Cupcake. And it just goes, I reply, our standard exchange. I honestly can't even remember how it started, but it became our thing. So, that's a thing that happens between the two of them for the rest of the 2 books. They just call each other Cupcake.
I love that.
Oh my god.
It's so funny.
I love Liam.
And it just keeps, like, it's basically every time they see each other, it happens at least once.
You're the cupcake.
Cupcake. And it's, so, like, they'll say it at each other, they'll be like, whatever, Cupcake, and then whoever didn't say that will respond with, you're the Cupcake. Like, it's a give and take.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, it's great. And I do it in front of people, too. Anyway, that's Liam. Do you want to talk plot or characters? I mean, I feel like we covered a lot of the characters.
Well, we didn't really express our feelings or opinions on them. We were just
Okay, yeah. Let's do characters then.
We should start with our main girly.
We should start with Maddie.
Yeah, Madison.
That's
How's your personality, Madison?
It's going great. I love being the main character. I love that I have, Wolfie Boy coming at me.
Yes.
I have a, best friend that we don't know who she is. I talk about her a lot, though. I think she's just an imaginary friend at this point.
She exists in the spin-off.
If you say so.
She exists for maybe like a page of description, and that's it.
Listen, if you don't know her, we don't know her, okay?
Yeah, no.
Actually, if I don't know her, we don't know her.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and...
But you like? Okay.
Yeah,
What else
I like
do you think of Maddie?
Okay.
She makes me chuckle.
She
She's
does.
funny.
She does occasionally make me chuckle. I'm actually I thought she was gonna be a little bit more edgy after reading the synopsis, because I'm like, I know how you love your edgy characters a
You
lot.
love my edgy character.
Like, you really love your edgy characters. Like, I gotta
I
admit,
do.
the dragon twin character wasn't really edgy.
She wasn't edgy.
She wasn't edgy, but there was
Gwen
edginess
in
happening in the book. And I was like,
Firefrost was edgy.
yeah, no, that one
no,
was
I do
edgy.
like
I was like, kind of
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
Like, you have non-edgy characters. It's just a lot of my favorite stories have good plots that end up with edgy characters.
Yeah, so honestly, I appreciated that from Maddie. I was like, okay, she's just like your typical high school girly who's like,
Yeah.
just, an introvert. I get that. We love that. I loved, however, how I think my favorite Maddie moment, there's 2 moments there's 2 things in the book she does that are my favorite moments in the entire book. One is when she just strips down and goes into a lake. And then just like literally embraces
Did you get
water.
to that part?
Do what?
When she just jumps into the lake?
Oh.
Okay, you
No?
haven't gotten to
Okay,
it.
so there's a scene in the book where she strips down to like her underwear and her tank top, and she just dives into the lake because she's a water witch. Water is her whole thing, and she just embraces the water. She like lets her magic. She just lets go of her magic, and that causes like a mini
She
like.
makes a storm.
Yeah, she
in this-
makes like a mini
Ooh.
storm in the quote unquote pond lake thing.
Mhm.
And the best part is that Aiden just jumps in, and she almost
Only
drowns
takes off
him.
her shirt,
She almost
jumps into the water, thinks she's drowning, tries to like pull her like up into the surface, and so her magic kicks in, and she like shoves him in the water.
Yeah, she almost
to
drowns
yank him
him.
under.
It's so good.
Oh. Wow, romantic.
And then she's like,
They
"What the
put
heck
Jack
is wrong
into
with
the
you?" And
next
he's like,
moment.
"What's wrong with you?" And she's like, "I'm a water witch, duh."
Yeah.
I
It's
just-
a really good moment because you're like, how is he gonna get out of this one?
Yeah,
because her
exactly.
reasoning is so sound.
It is, but that was one of my favorite Aiden moments, because I will admit, I'll get to Aiden.
Did
in a
you like
minute.
what happened after?
Yes.
So basically what happens after is that like Maddie's like, do you want to see my magic? And so she like is like, you have to get really close to me. So they're basically like holding on to each other, and then she like sends water up into the air and makes it dance around, and then lets her emotions get the best
I
of
love
her.
his description.
And
of
is
it.
like, haha, we need to duck underwater because we're about to be crushed by all the water because I like you. Am I wrong? That's what it was.
Yeah, literally.
Well, see, so the part of that I've seen with her using her magic in front of him was like right, like in the beginning of their training. He's like, okay, you really need to, use it.
Have a
And
Way
she like,
crazier.
oh, because he was like, wow, look, pretty water.
Yeah, like she basically did like fireworks.
But
with
looking at
water.
her face,
This
so.
is like, do you know where they do like the water things in like Vegas? I don't know why Vegas is specifically where I
I
but,
kind of know what you're talking about. Yeah.
like in like they'll do like water shows
Yeah.
where it's just like dancing water.
Yeah.
That's what I've always imagined it to be, just on like a way bigger scale.
Yeah.
Fair.
That was a pretty scene, but I still love the lake
like
scene, pond scene a lot more. So like, the fact I just love Aiden's description of like it looks like a Hershey kiss. It was so cute. That was really cute. My second favorite Maddie moment, and this is about the reason why I like this moment so much, because it really shows how powerful this girl actually is compared to all her other moments. It's probably the most powerful moment for her in the book is after she learns about Aiden's betrothal to Natalie. She runs out to the pond and she literally screams at the lake, and all the water just lifts up out of the lake into the air. And she's just screaming her bloody head off over being heartbroken. And I'm just sitting there in my head like, Aiden, boy, if you guys ever get together and you do something to upset this girl, I would run. I would run.
No, she's like, I don't think you really fully realize the extent of her power until that moment. Like, yeah, she was part of this big thing, but she always, like, throughout the book, she's constantly downplaying herself.
Yeah, she is. She really
never
is.
uses her magic, really.
Because, like, even I'm starting to believe her with her
so
downplaying. I'm like, oh, you're just...
And then her emotions get so intense that she literally, like, has
lifts
to
a whole freaking lake
them into a lake, and all of the water comes out.
Yeah.
And, like, she has to, like, it's not until her, like, she realizes what she's doing that she undoes that and puts all the water back.
Yeah.
Like, she could have kept
Oopsie, did I do that?
Which is the crazy thing, too. Yeah, no, I love that part, too.
It is insane. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, where was that during the fight?
Yeah.
It's like, bro. But
she's a really strong water witch, but there's not a lot of chances for her to use her water here.
Yeah. But, like,
especially if you don't have water, right?
Yeah,
well,
you can't just like manifest.
Well, if we take Avatar logic,
well, I guess that's fair.
You can use sweat.
Yeah, no, I think Maddie pulls it from the air though.
Yeah. But those are my two favorite Maddie moments because it just really showed her power and also just it really implemented like this girl's a water witch. Like it really just drove in the fact that she's a water witch. So.
What did you, because Madison, you haven't gone to this part, but what did you think of the idea of story spellcasting? Because that's a big part of her personality too, but it's a little bit more out there.
Yeah, I honestly didn't see that coming. I was like, that's new and interesting, because like throughout the book, she's not really seen as like a storytelling person. She keeps telling people that like I'm not one for book reading or storytelling, and I immediately got that, despite all her studying. But I was like, this is new. I like the idea of it. It's interesting, and honestly, I can get behind it because I actually have another book series of mine called Discovery of Witches, which has a very similar concept to story spell casting, but they're called weavers. But it's like they weave spells, they don't like they create spells through weaving, and story spell casting sounds kind of slightly similar.
To explain, Madison, what story spell casting
yes, please, because I was like,
It's not inherent in all witches, is the thing. It can be basically, like, only select witches have it, but it's basically this lost art that no one knows about. And so Maddie, you know about the secret library, yes?
Yes.
So Maddie stumbles upon a book there describing what story spell casting is. And so she's like, okay, well, if I can't find a spell to help us, what if I wrote my own spell? And so that sparks the idea of story spell casting for her, and it's basically... she'll think of something and a story starts forming in her mind, and when she starts speaking it, she can't stop it. She just has to recite this story, and whenever the words will cast a certain thing, like whatever she's hoping for. I think it's a pretty cool concept. It is. I do think like I maybe would have liked a little bit more lead up or like explanation as to like what the consequences are.
Yeah, I was like,
Because it becomes a thing in the books all throughout, like that she's can story spellcast, and they hint a little bit more about like what consequences there could be for her, but they really don't go into depth about it because basically she story spellcasts once to save all of her friends, and she basically becomes a light bulb of Madison, and she passes out straight after.
Oh, nice.
And then she moves the entire school through story spellcasting, but she doesn't pass out.
yeah. I'm
So-
like,
And
that's
so
weird.
like it's questionable because like there's also like everyone around her being like, if you keep doing this, you could die. I can explain a little bit more, but it's another
what
book.
movie is that? That there's a movie that has something similar. And I haven't seen it in many years. It's called Inkheart or something. Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
No,
No.
no. Because I think they
Unfortunately.
like he tells stories and that stuff comes to life. I'd have to. My dad used to show it to me years ago, and I can't remember
I feel like it's like a
much
pretty
about it.
well-known concept.
Yeah.
But do you
It-
want me to like I
No, it's okay.
Mm.
Like, we get the gist. Like, don't spoil
like
it.
there's only like one other thing that we know about story spellcasting through the rest of the other 3 books. And it's really not that big of a thing.
Oh, I
and
think
it
Winter
can
knows
really
what you're
go-
talking about, Madison.
Ooh.
Oh,
Winter does.
really?
Yeah.
Well, OMG
I haven't seen
Inkheart
it
is
in
the chat, so-
years.
I'm gonna guess yeah.
Because it has the guy from The Mummy, right? I'm not making that up.
Whoa, wait.
Or
Wait. Like,
yeah,
the main male guy from the Mummy?
Oh no.
yeah, the guy with the little swoopy hair. It's a
The really handsome man?
Mo and his daughter Meggie have the ability to bring storybook characters to life just by reading aloud. The gift backfires when he accidentally summons Capricorn, the evil villain of the novel Inkheart. Mo and Maggie, or however you say that, must find a way to send him back to his literary realm, but the task will not be easy. But for the male factor likes his new world and will not leave it voluntarily.
Huh. I'm surprised I never heard of that.
Cool.
I watched a bunch of old-timey movies with my family, and that's not one of them.
Yeah.
Add it to the list.
Yeah.
yeah,
Alright, well, honestly, story spellcasting sounds like a really interesting concept. I was just here for her water magic, honestly. I was
I
just like,
really love her water magic.
it's really pretty.
I think she's just so like underratedly overpowered.
She is. Like,
Which I absolutely love. Like everyone's like, "Oh wow, she's so strong," but she does. Like, at the same time, she's constantly like, "I'm really not." Yet she is.
like, girl,
The
like,
contradictions are great. I love it.
do you not,
Anyway.
did you not see what you did to the pond? Honestly,
I know.
I'd be terrified.
Anyway, let's move on to Aiden. I'm scared to hear what you guys have to say about Aiden. So Madison,
you're-
you go first.
Yeah.
You're only halfway through, so he hasn't
Yeah.
softened at all, has he?
not really. Like,
Pretty much the same at the point in the
so
book you're at.
so basically the part that I'm at, they just had like, you know, they got caught together or whatever. She's pressed up against him, and he's kind of being like all kind of soft there.
Yeah.
But then they get back, and he like turns back to, you know, hard cold stone,
Mm-hmm.
you know, guy. So
Moody.
yeah, moody broody. But that's about all.
Do you like him?
I mean, I don't hate him. Like,
Okay, cool. I can take that.
I mean, we've read my books, so
Yeah.
Me and Madison have interesting choices in men.
listen. I mean, and then my guy's nothing like that in real life. I just
Probably
like
a good
thinking about
thing.
it.
Yeah.
That's probably a good thing.
No, he can be moody broody. So
But you know, these are a little.
Okay.
Anyway.
In the beginning, Aiden was like just kind of annoying to me.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Bro, you are too moody for
That's the
me,
beginning.
and also your comebacks are weak. You could do better. I just honestly, their rivalry
Like this
bullying this
comeback.
to each other, I was like, man, I want more dishing out. This isn't enough. Like, it's just a couple exchanges and then they're walking away from each other. Give me more. Because even during the training sessions, it's mainly just like, we've trained, we dished out, and then we left. Like, come on. But anyways,
true.
with Aiden, there were moments where I did like his character. There were also other moments where I was like, bro, is it one of those things where, like, you saw her, you felt a connection, you, like, really like her, but because you like her, it's gonna get in the way of your duties, and that's what you're hating about it, and you're taking it out on her. Because if that's the case, that's really annoying. Like,
I'm trying to remember the exact reasoning that he gives, because he does, like, explicitly state
yeah,
everything.
because, like, she thinks that he hates her, and he's like, well, because, like, there's a moment where he's, like, shocked that she says this out loud in the book. He's like, huh? Like, what? You think I hate you? Or something? It's, like, something along those lines. Not like exactly what they said, but I was like, bro, your attitude... And also, okay, as a werewolf persona myself, and as a wolf lover, first off, wolf packs don't have the whole alpha omega thing. That's actually not a thing for real wolves. But what I hate about this trope is the stupid, stinking, territorial shit that they have on their, like, their prospective mates or, like, love interests. The amount of times this man has gotten angry at the sweet baby bean Noel has made me furious. I'm like, bro, Noel has done nothing. You can calm down. Stop growling at him. I want to punch you. She literally has told you repeatedly that he's a friend. And this is really annoying. Stop it.
And likes Jade.
Yeah, he likes Jade, and also...
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
Yeah.
He's too dumb to know that.
I know. It's just like, bro. I do love... Honestly, I like him when he's in his wolf form. Mainly
oh my gosh,
because...
I'm in his wolf form.
Because all his emotions seem to come out more in the wolf form than it do his like, human form. Like, he seems more vulnerable.
Raw.
Yes, I guess.
Thanks, Madison, for saying it like that.
You're welcome.
Like... Also, I will say, this kind of did bug me a bit. The book just does a lot of descriptive stuff about, like, we stared at each other, and, like, blah, blah, blah. We might, but we couldn't, and we both turned away. Like, it's a lot of, like, her monologuing in her head, like,
The
how, like...
book I think I've ever read is this.
The book really goes on and on about Maddie's thoughts of, like, he's handsome and gorgeous, and my heartbeat is speeding up, and all that around him. It's like, you've said this for 3 chapters now whenever you run into him. I get it. Like, this happens every time you see him. We don't need to, like, repeat the same scenario but paraphrased again.
Yeah, and you know when they met, she was like, our eyes met, and we were like, oh, you know, it felt like one of those instant love things, and I'm like, wow, call it out.
I do like how it calls itself out and then proceeds to get... And then we hated each other in just different ways.
I will say, I loved the library moment. I loved her trusting him with the library. That was really sweet.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
You're not at it yet. You're like a few chapters away from the library moment.
I love it.
But I figured she was talking about how she, you know, she probably needed to kind of bring someone in there. But I'm like, she's gonna bring him in there. I know it.
Well,
like,
he kind of found her. She didn't intend to, but he found her sneaking in, so she kind of had to.
Yeah,
well, she's almost been caught like 40 times by him, so I'm like, it's bound to happen.
Well, let's be real. He's stalking her a little bit, but
well, I mean, that's fine.
Another thing I can't get behind, bro. Not cool.
Like, yeah, I don't think he's intentionally stalking her. I think he just can't
Also,
stop.
The amount of times where this kills me with characters, like, I get it, it's a fun trope sometimes, but also it hurts me inside, is like, I don't know why I feel this way, and I wish I had this feeling of love, but it just won't happen, and I hate him too much, but I don't know what I'm feeling, and it's like, girl, in the beginning of the book, you literally foreshadowed soulmates, and how they give you more power, and you literally can sense him whenever he's around. Same with him. Can you not connect the dots? Is this just not?
No. It's
I
like oblivious.
Explain a lot. Like, you're not... Book 3 has an entire chapter basically dedicated to what soulmates are.
Okay, but at the same time, you know what I'm getting at, right?
Explain a lot.
Like, she literally foreshadows
I felt the exact same way, because I was like, oh, so they're gonna be soulmates, this guy that she insta-love, like, looked at, and then she's like, but nah. But anyway, my sisters found their soulmate.
Yeah, you know, and like, I wish I had someone like that. Here's tall, dark, and handsome, and broody waiting over here, and you're like, nah, that can't be it. Like, hi. But
can't find him.
I think another good Eden moment I really liked, or well, I guess it was really a Maddie moment, but I just love how after she gets thrown across the room during that fight with the shadow creatures after
Mhm.
Christy lets them in is like she like grabs onto Aiden's fur and she's like, bro, I got an idea. And like it's described like the look in his eyes and he's like he instant understands. He's like, alright,
Yeah.
I got you, girl. And like immediately
He doesn't know what the plan is, but he'll immediately.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
follow
like,
her.
also, another thing, when she was about to story spell cast, and the elder's like, oh yeah, no, she could die. He's like, what? You know, like,
Yeah.
hold up. What? You shouldn't do that. But he doesn't, like, what I was thankful about was that he didn't, like, push it to be like, you could get her. He wasn't overprotective, which I was thankful for. Because I hate overly protective characters. I'm like,
I think he's like a well-written, like, because you can't get around the alpha, beta, omega thing. That's just a trope of werewolves.
I know.
And it's in every werewolf book you're gonna read, you're gonna have something like that.
It is.
There are no omegas in this book, but there are alphas and betas. There's a single. No, there's multiple alphas. Natalie's an alpha too. I forgot about that. But I think he's a good, like, representation of a werewolf alpha because he's protective and like he's got those instincts still, but he never acts on them. At least not physically. He'll like tell her not to do stuff
Yeah.
and tell her off, but he
See,
never like physically prohibits
a lot
her.
of the annoying werewolf trope is that they act on it, so that was a good thing he
Yes.
doesn't. So
And I
that's-
like yes, he expresses his dislike for basically everything she does.
yeah,
But
overall,
he never stops her unless she's hurting herself.
Aiden, I can't give a full like. I don't know how to feel about him yet, because I
know,
bet
that's
he's better in the later books, like a lot better, like less moody, more fun. I understand why he's moody in this first book. I mean, finding your soulmate in a school, well, without realizing it yet, and then realizing I'm shit, I'm betrothed. This is not not good. Now time to brood. I get it.
Was he betrothed before they met?
Oh yeah, I don't know that. Wait,
I don't know either.
oh. Because I imagine that's a
want
good
to
reason
say
why he's like.
no.
I think that would be a good reason why he's suddenly moody and hates her.
It's not
Yeah.
because
It's
he's
real.
betrothed.
It's not.
Mm-mm.
Why does he hate her? That's so weird. I can't think of any other
You want me
reason.
to pull up the exact reasoning that he gives?
No, because that spoils it.
I can't. I literally read this a night ago and I can't even remember.
That's annoying though, because I'm like, what other reason do you have to hate this girl besides like her potentially getting in the way of your alpha duties? Like, I don't get it. Is she like a
I need
reminder
to
of
know
something
what it
bad
is.
you did? Like, what is it?
Nope, it's before.
Don't tell me.
No, I know, but I need to know what it is. Because
Anyways,
it's annoying me now.
Overall,
because I
Aiden's
find-
okay. He's not my favorite in this book. He's not the worst. I definitely would say I like him more than, no offense, Madison, Jared from Bully. Love him a hell of a lot more.
That's fair.
To be fair, we're reading enemies to lovers in
Yeah,
all of these, so it's gonna be a rough ride.
yeah. I mean, yours was more of like a rivalry. Like, enemies,
Yeah,
kind of, but not really enemies.
Yeah.
They might have said they were enemies, but it was more like just like a. More like a
Yeah, and I
rivalry.
mean, like, there's the element of she is a witch and he is a wolf, which does play a role in this
Yeah.
world. I don't think they make it as explicitly obvious in this book, but it definitely is a really big thing in Harper's book.
Huh. Okay.
The fact that they're different species.
Okay.
So maybe it, like, I know that's a little bit of something there,
Yeah.
but I don't think they make it very explicitly obvious in these books.
Can we talk about Jade now?
What?
I want to talk about Jade.
Okay, we can talk about. Let's just talk about the whole friend group. So Jade, Noel, Vera.
I love Jade. Jade is my
Do we
spirit
want to talk
animal.
about Christy?
I love
Not
Jade.
really.
Jade is my spirit animal.
I love Jade, man. You guys have no idea how much I love Jade. I love her so
Not-
much. Literally, as soon as I learned that she, like, wears a red dress to the dance, I'm like, girl is after my own heart. I'm like, not even after my own heart. I wish I was Jade. I love her. I love her so much.
That's so sweet. Oh, I remember
Did you
what I
forget who
what I
Jade
read.
was?
No, I
Oh.
remember what I read.
Oh, what was
Okay,
it?
so I was reading and they were talking about someone's accent.
The southern
and I don't-
accent?
Yes.
Whoa, yeah.
And they said whenever it
Is it
comes
nice?
out, like it goes really
That's such
you
a
hear it come out
mood, yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, someone's told me that exact same, that when I rant, my accent comes out more.
We both do, Madison, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I'm
don't
I'm
remember.
definitely not as southern as you, but it happens to me when I rant.
Yeah.
Wait, is it Ben
So-
they're talking about?
No,
Or
it's
is it-
Christy.
No.
I think
Oh,
Christy is
Christy?
southern. Yeah.
Oh, is it Christy? I couldn't remember who it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Christy.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't remember, but I had just read it and I was like, that I don't know why that just popped into my head, but it did.
Hey,
Okay.
take it.
That makes sense.
So
Okay, Jade. What do you think of Jade, Madison, or any of the friend group?
I think Jade is adorable. Everybody else I don't really remember. I mean, besides Noel. Noel's adorable. But everybody else I don't really like have a whole bunch of strong opinions on
Me
right
and
now.
Mean were like having very strong opinions about Vera.
Yes.
Bless her.
Okay, look. My opinion on like, I like Jade and Noel. They were kind of just there for me though.
I just loved her
Like,
personality. She was
really,
such a good friend.
Like, yeah, no, she's like such a good friend, but also she's very bubbly, and I was like, "Ooh, wow, you're a lot sometimes, girly."
How is she?
Love you. And I love
Christy
the
is
gossip.
worse.
Christy is terrible.
Christy's
But-
terrible.
But I don't know. Like, I think Jade is a great character, like a 10 out of 10 character.
Yeah.
But like,
She's like a good thing
was also
for
kind of-
Maddie to have in
I
her
like
life.
Vera
You need
more,
a bubbly
okay?
character to like upset the angstiness. You need
That's
that
fair,
friend
but,
who's
like,
like, "Ee."
in their friend group, especially when all of them were together, I wanted to hear more about Vera than I did about
I
Jade.
know. Vera's
At all moments in the book.
As soon as I learned she's a hawk shifter, I was like,
She's
oh,
well, so she's half hawk shifter, half witch.
Yeah, that was cool.
And I was like, yes, please sign me up.
Also, the dresses for the dance. I love the description of Maddie's dress. It's so pretty sounding.
Yes.
So-
100%.
So
Mhm.
Thunderbird houses like not just witches. They house
Oh yeah,
kind of
no,
all.
it's any creature.
Because I
And
know
it's
some of
always
the
been any creature.
some of the people were like, oh, they only have witches and stuff like in their academies that they like after the merger type of deal.
Yeah.
Is any and everyone, because like before the whole thing happened, Liam was there, and Liam's Fae.
Yeah.
So
So Fae in this world.
Oh, I have a
is
very important
just-
question about Fae. Do they have pointy ears?
they do have pointy.
Yes.
So
I think.
so Fae in this book is just a magical being.
They're from fairy. Like they're entirely other. They can't lie. They're from fairy, so they have different courts. They have royalty and hierarchies like that. They
Is
like to
there
make
the night
deals.
court?
There is not a night court. There are only seasonal courts.
Boo.
That's okay. That's
They
fine.
make deals. So if you make a fae bargain, that's
Yeah,
a thing.
of course. That makes sense with fairies.
They have some shifty stuff that happens in fairy.
Well, they're fairies. I'm not surprised.
But yeah, no, like they're like a whole other thing. And then there's witches,
Yeah.
who are elemental witches. So there's earth, fire, spirit, air, and water. And then
So
so
what-
like, what?
What kind of witch is Jade?
I actually don't know.
Oh yeah. What kind of witch is she?
I don't think it ever says what kind of witch Jade
Yeah,
is.
because that's what I've been, they talk about how this one girl was a reader and, her sisters
you
are obviously
meet
some kind of
one
big shot
from-
or whatever. But I'm like, so what about these other ones?
I don't think you ever learn about what anyone else possesses, because like they possess other magic too, not just elemental magic. But I don't think you ever learn what elements they possess. Maybe they...
So we don't find her dad in this book, right?
Okay, so I actually want to talk about this, because no, we don't find her dad. But her dad's also not a witch. He's what's called a watcher. And I don't know exactly how they fit into the world, but he's not magical. He's basically
Oh.
like a lookout.
Oh.
But he's not a witch.
He sounds
Which
like
I
a really
find
awesome
so
dad,
interesting. He's really cool. He's such a cool character that like keeps coming up. Oh, and can we talk about the phrases that Maddie
Though.
uses?
Yeah.
'Cause that's,
Honestly,
like,
I knew
I
the
thought that
phrase
was
"don't
so
have
cute.
a cow." That one's popular. I know
it's
that one.
such a unique thing to throw in the book.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so random.
It is,
And
but it's
they
so
just get
cute
better.
and shows like their kind of relationship too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, like her dad, even though her dad just isn't there, he just is. Like he's in the book.
Yeah. It's
great.
nice.
It's
So
so
we-
nice.
So we never found her dad?
Do you want me to spoil it for you?
No, we probably shouldn't.
Asking questions we don't
Um,
want the answers to.
Yeah.
I know. I want the answer, but then I'm like, no, I probably shouldn't.
Other
Okay,
than
let's
that,
talk about. Should we talk about the wolves?
I mean, there wasn't. Well, I think only you and me could talk about them, really.
Oh,
Madison
yeah, we
probably
already
doesn't even
talked
know
about-
about Ben that
I mean,
much.
Do you
I
know
mean,
about
that's been
Ben?
this whole book, but that's.
Madison,
I've
do you
heard
know
Ben's name. I've heard
Okay,
about
Ben
Ben's
becomes
name.
like a character that's developed in the second half.
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of developed.
He's not fully developed, but he's developed more.
Yeah. They become
Okay.
friends. Ben's a cool friend.
Do you like Ben?
I do like Ben.
I like Ben. And I
like
know
Ben.
Owen isn't developed here, but I still liked Owen even in this book when I first read him.
I love the name Owen.
It's a
I
really
like
nice
the name
name.
Owen too.
It's on my baby list name.
Why do we have books where you have the main guy and his two dorky best friends?
Cause they're
that
the
you
best
love more?
part.
Yeah.
You're right. I like Aiden. I like all three of the wolf boys though. Like I'm a fan of all of the wolves basically in this book.
I love the wolves, but as soon as I heard that there are different kinds of shifters, I got really excited because as
yeah.
much as I love wolves, give me more.
Yeah, no,
types of
like they're the
shifters.
classics, but then when there are other shit that is very
Yeah,
cool.
I'm like, where are my lions?
There
Where are
being
my
a hawk
tigers? Where are my
shifter is
bears?
so
We got a hawk up in here. Come on.
Also, actually, there's
Mhm.
a group of hawk shifters.
That's nice. That's cool.
Like Vera's not the only one.
Let's
Like,
go.
I don't know.
Imagine being able to fly though.
Oh,
just
can
like,
we hold up? Pause. Rewind. Vera, can we just talk about the fact that like, is this such an offhanded comment? But it's like when Vera transforms, Madison. Madison, you haven't gotten to this part, but like when they're being attacked, and Vera transforms back and she has her clothes on, and Maddie has just this offhanded comment of like, "Man, I need to talk to Vera after because she must be so strong to be able to transform with her clothes on." I was like, "Yo, wait, can we get Vera's story? I want to learn about her."
yeah.
Like,
What is that like a
Wait.
special thing?
She can transform with her clothes on?
Yeah. So basically, every time that Aiden transforms, he's not wearing anything.
Yeah.
But Vera transforms with her clothes on, so she transforms from a hawk back into her human self, clothed.
Yeah.
So
Maddie
Aiden
basically makes
transforms
this off.
back naked.
Yep.
Yes. Maddie
You
basically
know,
makes this offhanded
makes
comment of
that-
like, "Wow, she must be really strong to be able to do that."
Yeah. That makes me
Ah.
wonder about that one scene outside where they were fighting that shadow thing out in the school after the dance, and he transformed
Mhm.
back into a human. There was no clothes in sight. We got no comments about
He
that.
turned back
I'm
into a-
disappointed.
No, he never turned into a wolf.
No, he did to fight off the
It was-
shadow creatures.
No.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
When?
Yeah, no, he was
After the ball scene.
No, he's never a wolf.
Is he not? Hold on. I swear.
No, I'm pretty
I
sure
don't think
that
he turns into a wolf.
I
for-
swear because they were in that
I s-
shed. She's
yeah.
curled up next to him and all that. And then after
Yeah.
that shed moment, I swear he turns into a wolf to fight them.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
I don't think he does. I think he just gets thrown around. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Hold on, I'm going back to this chapter. I need to find it. Where was this? Where is this? What chapter is the dance, guys?
I don't know.
Okay, 15.
It's before chapter
Strong Barnes.
18, I can tell you that.
Okay. Right
Not
here.
all of us trying to find this.
That's okay.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Okay. I found it. Okay, look. No, it's just as something slams into Aiden, ripping him away from me. And then Aiden, I scream, fear gripping me, making my blood run cold. My magic rises up as I search for moisture all around me. When I find it, I raise my hands, and then the water before I blast it in all directions. The moment it makes impact with something, I race towards the sound. There's a grunt, and I get closer, and I realize Aiden is fighting something.
Oh, I don't know. I swear.
He's in human form.
I
Man.
thought he was though, because I thought he showed up in wolf form.
Yeah. I.
The way he shows up there is he basically just grabs Maddie's arm and just grabs her into a little alcove. and
Man,
just-
maybe I thought he turned into a wolf because that sounded more interesting. Maybe that fight was so boring that I'm like.
He turns into a wolf, I think, 3 times. 1 for the forest to go grab her after she
Yeah.
gets knocked
2
out.
when he finds her in the
second one,
greenhouse.
Finds her in the greenhouse, and then 3 when they
Yeah.
get attacked at the very end.
The
And
fact
the
that
only
he
time
just
you
had
can
he casually had
transform
clothes in the
back to a
greenhouse. What was up
human
with that?
is in the greenhouse.
Wait,
He probably took them off to transform.
yeah, but like, why were they specifically in the greenhouse? Did he just have a feeling she's gonna end up there? Like, bro, what if
Yeah,
she?
probably.
What
Honestly,
if she didn't end up there? What if she was on the other side of the
Then he
building? You
was
would have had a
holding
big
his
problem.
form.
Your clothes. Like, can you imagine though?
Oh,
Like,
for
instead of
later
showing
on.
up in the greenhouse, he finds her somewhere else, away from where his clothes
That
are.
would have been real awkward.
That would have been
Be like,
funny.
hold on just a minute, let me
Just-
go find
just-
some
Give
clothes.
me one
Just 1
second.
second.
Book it.
Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, the plants are conveniently blocking the view.
Yep.
Oh god,
Okay.
I'm terrible. Okay, sorry.
Anyone else to talk about?
I don't really can't think, like, the headmaster's there was nobody really that
Yeah.
stood out to me.
Yeah, I feel like we don't really have anyone else developed right
Yeah.
now. I know a lot about people in this world,
Mhm.
but I feel like the first book really focuses solely on Maddie and Aiden and trying to develop them, and also trying to develop the world.
Yeah.
I will say, okay, I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I feel like these books are more fantasy over romance.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I feel like it focuses more on the plot than it
They
does
are.
on their relationship.
They are,
Okay.
yes, they are, very much.
Which, like, is not bad, and I think it's done well here. It is just, it's different from what we normally read, which is usually heavy romance.
Well, I mean, I like a good plot, and we're not specifically
Oh, yeah, no.
romantic stuff. And besides, my book, I had a murder mystery book that sure had romance
Oh,
in
yeah.
it, but it was
Yeah,
mainly
yeah,
murder
you did.
mystery.
Yeah, I mean, but that's how I feel about the series, so I was just wondering if you guys agree.
Don't
with
worry, my next book will balance this out. It's fine.
that. Oh, no. Okay, is there any plot points that we haven't covered that, like, someone is dying to talk about?
I will have to admit, that thing where Aiden mentioned, like, is it just the ancients that we should be worried about? Like,
Yeah.
Like, obviously there was Christy the traitor, but I'm like,
Mhm.
that's a good point. Like, are the ancients really the main thing you guys should be worrying about? Like, what if they're like,
is
what
a
if they're like a red herring? What if the ancients are a red herring? You never know.
I will say, I think that's, like, the best line that's probably in there to create this series.
Yeah.
I think it opens up so many
Mhm.
possibilities
Yeah.
that I think she uses to her advantage. I mean, you don't really see Christy coming.
Yeah, I did
That's
not
true.
see that coming. I honestly, because, like, when we learned that there was a traitor, I was like, is it one of her close friends? Is it Noel? Is it Jade? Is it, like, is it
I feel like
Aiden the
the
traitor?
immediate
And it's gonna be one of
reaction
those
is-
books? I was like,
I feel like the immediate reaction is Jade. I think that was my immediate reaction. I thought it might be Jade.
I thought so too. Remember I said that message where it's like, I like Jade, but I don't want to trust her yet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't expect Christy, because Christy is briefly mentioned, she just seemed like such a background character to just be there.
Yeah.
That you don't expect it. And I'm like, oh my
I
god.
think it's such an interesting choice that she is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad choice, but, like, I feel like you're so in Maddie's head that you really just don't clock her.
Yeah.
At all.
And, like, she's a very good spy, if that's the case.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
I
spy.
honestly did kind of get annoyed by her with how, like, I was like, because I thought she was, like, a sweet, bubbly girl. So I was thinking, like, why is she being kind of rude about, like, this whole situation with Maddie and Aiden? Because during that scene where Maddie saw Natalie,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Casey was being like, oh,
Christy?
Christy, sorry, I'm literally forgetting her name.
Casey.
Christy was like, ooh, who's that pretty girl? Ooh,
Yeah.
they must be
And
together.
then
Like,
how Maddie continually, like, pawns it off as she's just being ignorant.
yeah.
Like, reading through it a second time, I was paying really close or this is not my second time reading through this book. Reading through it again, I pay close attention to where Christy is in all of the moments, and you never have her around when something goes wrong. She's never in Maddie's
that's
vicinity.
true.
Ever. Like,
That's fair.
even like when she ends up in the closet with Ben. Wow, that sounds so out of context for Madison, who has no
Yeah.
idea what that
Yep,
means.
it does. I'm just sitting here like, what? What do you mean?
Yeah, no, that happens. Basically, and then there's another breach thing that happens when they're all having a sleepover. So
Yeah.
Christy, Vera, and Jade are all in the room, but Maddie's not.
Yeah.
And so you never see that moment. You're like, how does that work? She's talked about as oblivious when any of the ancient things are being talked about, or like romantic things are being talked about, like she's the first one to bring up like, okay guys, after the dance, shouldn't we talk about what happened? It's
Yeah.
Christy who prompts that discussion. Like, it's
Yeah.
actually very interesting reading back to see like where she was at each moment.
Yeah,
Because
I did not
it's
expect
not
that.
obvious, but I think she
'Cause
is actually
They always
threaded
described
through
her as a
this
sweet
well.
girl who was scared of everything, so I was like, dang, they really
She's
like...
described as like oblivious all the time too.
Yeah.
Like
the
not
ditzy
understanding
blonde
other people's
just running into
emotions. Yeah.
walls, yeah.
But I think she's weaved into the story
Oh,
that like you can't forget her necessarily, but she's also forgettable.
The fact that she kind of outed Maddie's feelings to Aiden.
That was so funny!
I was like, wow, leave it to the villain to be
Madison,
like, yeah, this
for
girl likes you,
context.
bro.
Christy also, like, literally, like, the book, I think, is making fun of the fact that she's such a stereotypical villain. And I appreciate that. She's like, there's the TV movie villain laugh. And, like, you can tell Maddie's like, wow, this is kind of sad. Like,
Yeah.
but
Oh my gosh.
I love it because the writing is very clearly making fun of it and, like, poking fun at itself.
Oh, I love how it pokes fun at stuff, though. I'm like,
Yeah,
wow.
like, I mean, that's how I felt, at least. I don't know about you, Wolves.
The fact that
I
as
think it's kind of
soon as
making
Christy was like, you know, your unrequited love heartbreak session, and she glances at Aiden like, oh shit.
Wait, okay, I found it. So here's it was you the whole time, I say now, and the other girl laughs like she's a villain on a bad TV show. Like, that's making fun of itself. There's a few other lines like that. And then of course it's me, and you had absolutely no idea. You were too busy with your stupid schoolwork and your unrequited love crushes and sucking up to the headmaster, you golden child. It's not hard to look at Aiden at Christie's words, but I feel his eyes shift to me. I'm sure he's putting two and two together. She's not exactly being subtle.
Love that.
Aiden's like,
Like-
you what now?
It's
Yeah,
so
what?
great.
I'm recording what?
But like, Christie's entire thing is like, I just wanted ultimate power, and I feel like it's like, this is such a trope. Like, let's make
Yeah.
fun of this trope a little bit. Because genuinely, Christie's the only villain who I think is really the most unmotivated in the entire series.
Yeah, she's just there. She's like, I'm here, I
Well,
want
like,
power,
we-
I failed.
Obviously, we're gonna face other villains in the series. Like, that's
Yeah.
not a spoiler.
I don't
But,
even want to
like,
call her a
Christie's
villain,
kinda
she's just kind of...
there.
Yeah.
But I think she.
Oh no, the plot
it's a
was
fun
really
show.
good. It was well paced. It didn't like. I wish there was a like. I think for me, I'm so used to reading longer length books that I kind of wish
Yeah.
they had more in the first book. But I'm guessing like the plot is quite spaced out between the other books.
Honestly, I kind of wish we had read all three as one book, but like I know that's not how this works.
Yeah.
But you can really just read all three as one book. Usually, when I'm reading this series, I just read the entire thing all in one shot,
Fair.
just because like it's so continuous and like it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense to stop. It gets crazy in the next two. Obviously, we're in Fairy, which is absolutely mad, and this book literally is like, here we have some plots going, but let's just throw in another plot to go with it, and it just gets wild. Super slow burn. It's so good though. I really like their relationship. It might just be me. I will say the spin-off is so good because it's basically, you don't get too much time to really see their relationship after like everything's done. So having the spin-off to see like, okay, what happened after? How are these two doing?
Yeah.
Is very good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you're good,
Yes.
Sleepless. You can always watch the VOD if you're interested.
That's why there's a VOD.
There's VODs.
Yeah.
All in all,
Anyway.
I would rate Water and Moonlight by Valia Lind a... I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait, that
I
makes
liked
me
it
so
more
happy.
I liked it more than Dragon Twins. I'll give it that.
Oh, wait, that hurts me though.
I'm sorry, Dragon Twins, there was a lot of stuff in there that really annoyed me.
I think Dragon Twins you kind of have to read as a
Yeah,
full
like the
series
first
to
book annoyed
comprehend.
me greatly.
Yeah. This one I feel like is you can read it alone
I can
and kind of
forgive
still
I can
understand
forgive
it
the
all.
annoyances in this first one because like
Yeah,
it's
I
not as bad.
Theories are hard to bring. Because unless you're reading it all, ooh.
Yeah.
That's That's fair. I can't really rate it because
Because you're not finished with it.
I'm not finished. I'll let you know my.
What's your
my
rating
thoughts when I
currently?
finish.
What's your current
What's
rating?
your rating about halfway through?
I mean, I'm thoroughly enjoying it, so I'd say right now at halfway, it's about like 6, 7. So
Okay.
halfway
You
to
haven't gotten to any of the good stuff, so like, I'm okay with that.
yeah.
I mean, the ball scene was
I-
really good. I think that was a really
Oh,
good
the
scene.
ball scene is
I love the ball
beautiful.
scene. I wanted it to last longer. It was too short.
It was really short. I mean, the book is really fast paced. You really don't have a moment to like settle into any moment.
Yeah, I was like, man,
I
I
think
wanted
it's
this
just the
ball
size
to
of the
last
book.
longer. I wanted her to
Yeah.
dance with Aiden. This is upsetting. God damn it.
I did like his little brooding during the ball. How you see him in the corner, and then she turns around and he's gone. You're like, okay, I guess that was the extent of Aiden at the ball.
Yeah, that was his cameo. He's gone now. Bye.
That was his cameo.
Like, bro,
I always wonder,
Aiden
like, where
is
did
hardly
he
in his
go
own
after?
book at times for me. I'm like, bro, where are you? When you
He
show up,
gets
you're just
better, and
moody
he
and
just
mean, and
starts
then you
showing
leave.
up He gets more like definitely learn more about his personality
Good.
as the book's going.
Good.
But it's so interesting because then the dynamic of Natalie is also thrown in there.
Which I just can't. Oh, well, wow.
Yeah. Man, those
Anyway,
gosh
I'm
darn
happy you guys
patrol
read that.
those.
Can you guys guess why I originally picked this book up? I'm sure you can
I-
never guess.
I don't
Why
think
I
it's the
picked up
title or anything,
a
or the
book
fact that it has moon
called
in the cover.
Of Water and Moonlight.
Yeah, it's not like it's your entire personality in a book or anything.
No, never.
All of your
No.
books totally don't scream
No.
that.
Oh no.
No, of course not.
Literally, I look
Realization
at your
just
list of
set
books
in.
and I'm like,
Dragon Twins, Frostfire, Water and Moonlight.
even the
Ooh,
titles
wow.
don't scream right away. As soon as you read the synopsis, you're like, yeah.
They're very moon coded,
They're
yeah.
very moon-coded.
We'll have to find one that's not moon coded.
The day you give me a book where I'm like, I'm surprised she read this, is gonna be the day I'm like, dang. Like, read this
I don't
and
think that's
enjoyed it.
ever happening.
Which I'm sad about, because I'm like, branch out, girl.
I have some different ones that I think you'll be surprised, like,
Okay.
after reading them that I've read them. But I think you can see why I picked up the book.
Yeah. I like to
Anyone
branch out
there?
with books. Like, if I see something I've
I
never...
don't.
You should.
You know what would be kind of fun?
Mm.
What?
So if we had like I said, a trio of books, like our theme,
Mhm.
instead of like, what we're currently doing, where we don't say what book we're putting in. We put one in that's not on the
Ooh.
list. Put it in like a little randomizer, okay?
Mhm.
Maybe we'd give it to all the titles to someone else. Because obviously, you can't message me about your book and then me not. So we give it to someone who puts it in a randomizer for us, picks the first book, and we have to guess whose book it is.
Ooh.
Ooh, that would be really
That's
interesting.
actually really cool.
Oh no, I'm gonna get called out so much in that though.
That's gonna have to be a video series, I think, not like a live stream.
I think it should be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd
that'd
be
be
a
really fun, though.
series. That would be fun. That's a good idea. Wait, I have to write this down.
Yeah,
Okay,
right down quick.
someone please write that
Book
down.
roulette. Book roulette. Book roulette.
Book roulette. I
Yeah.
love that.
I think it'd be kind of fun though if we had to guess at the end, like we don't say it, be like, okay, we have our thoughts, but we don't say it till the end what we think, and then
Like we have to
between
read
chat
the book?
and us, yeah. Like,
Okay.
that would be our
Ooh,
book. That would be our book that we talk about.
So we read the book. We can record ourselves and make a video out of it because it'd be a very short video.
No, like wait. Like a stream, like how we're doing it now.
I mean,
No,
I think we could still
or
do a
just, like,
stream
Could
about
be
it.
because like
figure out
we're-
the logistics later.
yeah,
Fine.
we're gonna have to like nitpick it because yeah, the first part.
I like the
Moon's books are
concept.
gonna be obvious.
My books are going to be obvious.
Well,
I'm-
maybe
We're
mean,
gonna
you
have to
can make it
purposely
hard.
like we're gonna have to think. We're gonna have to get into the mindset of each other and like pick books that we think we would pick to confuse each other.
yeah.
Mhm.
We're gonna have to get into each other's mindset. In that case, let me go grab one of my Colleen Hoover books.
Yeah. There's a few things that have been a little too consistent.
Yeah.
remember.
I don't know. I think I'm pretty out there. I'm pretty like up and over.
You
the place.
are the one who, if it seems random enough, I would
Yeah.
peg it for your book.
Yeah, I am pretty
Yeah.
random. If it's a murder mystery, it's definitely mine.
Yeah, no,
I
100%.
think I'm the
But,
only
like,
murder mystery
I'll
lover.
pick the murder mystery.
No, see, I think it happens though that like Madison tends to choose real life romance. I tend to choose fantasy romance, and Wolves, you choose anything.
So I'm the
Well-
one who's gonna be the confusing factor here, because I could pick a book and it'd be like, is this Moon's? Is this Madison's? Or is it like a
Yeah.
random book that Wolves just picked? You
The
know?
world may never know.
Because like if you were, most of my bookshelf books are fantasy books, yes, but there's like a bunch of like random randos in there that's like, this is really like off topic of what you normally read, and I'm like, what?
I mean, yeah, I have a bunch of like random stuff too that I think would be.
Yeah.
I have to check my bookshelf. I don't know if I do.
Anyways, should we discuss the next?
Yeah. What's next, Wolves?
I have to update the Twitter, guys. Can someone do that for me?
Wolves, what's next?
Alright, it is my turn! And okay, so I updated the book schedule in the Discord. I did not get to the Twitter, apologies. But I changed my book, because I remember we went over the book schedule, like, a while back after we were done with my book, Reawakened. I changed it since then, because I literally remembered one day I was, like, laying in bed, and I was reading Moon's book.
Yeah,
And
let's go.
and reading her book instantly reminded me of this other book that I was like, this is a way better rivalry book than what I was gonna do, because the book I chose originally wasn't really like a enemies to lover thing. Like, the tribes are enemies, but the characters
I mean,
themselves,
we're doing kind of a rivalry, I feel like.
the characters themselves
Oh,
weren't
no,
really
Moon's
like mean to each other, really like hostile. So I was like,
Yeah.
the love interests weren't really that hostile to each other. So I was like, no, I have to choose something better. So, without further ado, we are going to be covering a book called Angel Bound by Christina Bauer. I love this author so much. I've read a lot of her books actually, mainly the Angel Bound series. She has another separate series that I really like, but we're gonna be doing Angel Bound. Out of all the books I picked to present, I feel like Angel Bound is is a kind of like a very demonic moon-coded book, if that makes sense.
Oh, dang it, not again.
It is moon-coded, but not quite. It's gonna be interesting. I feel like Moon's gonna like this book out of all the other books I've chosen the most, for sure. Because the character is very like, she's a girl boss. We love her. She's just
I thought you were about to say it's me again.
no, but she's just straight up girl boss. Like, her whole personality is girl boss. It ain't like moody or broody. It's just girl boss, and I love it. But we're gonna do Angel Bound next by Christina Bauer, not Moon Chosen. I'm gonna save that for another day, another rainy day. Sorry, Moon Chosen, I love you, but I have to put you aside. So yeah, Angel Bound by Christina Bauer. So if you wanna get ahead of the game and read the book, start now. And join us back next time when we talk about it. Because this is going to be the 5th time I've read this book.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've reread this book so many times. I remember I had an old Discord where I had a thing called Wolves Reading Room, and I would sit there and I would read books aloud to random people, and that book was one of them.
I love that.
So, and I also sent a picture of the cover of said book in our chat a long time ago.
I've been told of this book so much.
Really? Okay. I hope you're
By
not...
you!
Oh.
By you!
By just me?
You've
Okay.
talked to me about this book multiple
Did I
times
spoil
before.
it? Did I spoil it?
No.
Okay, thank God.
I don't think so.
Okay, I hope you forgot if I did. We won't talk
Oh my
about it.
I don't remember, so.
I hope not. I need to learn to keep my mouth shut. But I love it. It's so good. There's so many good quotes from this book, and it's great. I can't wait to go do it. Anyways, that's my next book's lineup, and I'm just excited. I really enjoyed your book, though, Moon. It was really fun.
I'm glad.
I
didn't realize how nervous I would be for a book that I actually really cared about.
Did you
Kinda
not
terrifying,
care about,
guys.
Did you not care about Dragon Twins?
No, like I love those books, and I really like Dragon Twins, but I knew that one would be a little shaky because it was part of a series.
Okay.
But I knew this one could also like stand a little bit more on its own.
Okay, yeah.
So
It's
fun.
I mean,
Anyway.
my book was also part of a series, but like the Reawakened at least. So, but yeah, it's fine.
Anyway, that stream will be in 3-ish weeks.
3-ish, 2-ish.
Maybe.
I think we might need to add, because the next book I have is a little bit longer. Not as long as Bully, but maybe about as long as Bully.
It will be in weeks.
It will be in weeks. So I will update.
Yay!
But if you guys haven't, go read Of Water and Moonlight by Valia. It is thoroughly enjoyable. It's really fun. It's very
If you want to get
interesting.
stuck in some fun magical worlds, it's a great series.
Yeah. You like water, you like moon, you like
I
wolves.
hope you like me. I hope you like wolves.
I
You like Maddie.
I hope you like all three of us, because all three of
You
us
like
are in
Matt.
this
We're all
book.
in this book.
We're all in this book.
Yeah.
Collectively.
Especially me, because I'm the main character.
Yeah.
Please read me Malice. I need to relive it. We'll have a Pride week. Don't worry.
I will.
Sleepless. We'll have a Pride
I will
week.
recommend Malice at some point. We will do it, Sleepless.
I plan on potentially thinking we should have a Pride week during Pride Month. I think that should be
Absolutely.
definitely be a thing. But yeah.
I'm so happy Sleepless likes it so much though.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a hey, maybe read it. Sleepless has also read the second book, which I have not.
Dang.
So they actually know more than me about this series.
Sleepless is ahead of the game.
Yeah, literally.
I like how all our books have such pretty covers, though. We have books with good covers.
We have pretty covered books.
I can add this book to the collection now on top of my shelf.
Yay!
I have the collection up. I'm putting it right next to the Bully book.
That seems
Let me go
weird.
up on my toes here. I put it right there. Sorry.
Next to the Bully book.
Right there.
Book.
Next to my.
So
craft
exciting.
notes.
Okay, we should probably wrap up. It's been almost 2 hours.
Yeah. It's not that long, honestly, though. But yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
good time to wrap up.
I'll let you wrap up, Moon.
Oh, I almost did my intro for my channel or outro for my channel. Let's not do that.
Everybody.
No. Yeah, I mean we hoped you guys read along with us. We hoped you enjoyed the book. If you didn't, we just hoped you enjoyed us ranting about it on stream. But yeah, hopefully you'll join us again for Wolves' book in a few weeks. Hopefully you'll read along with us.
Yay!
If not, you can just listen to us, which I don't know why you want to do that.
What
You
do
know,
you mean? We're
you
great.
do you.
We're awesome. What do you mean?
Listen
But
to
yeah.
us.
That's the end of this Tea Talk stream.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm
don't
so
want.
glad
I'm
we
trying
got
to prevent
here.
myself from doing my.
I'm so glad we
outro.
managed to get here.
We made it.
Mhm.
We did it, boys.
Yeah.
All
Now I
right,
just have
bye.
to finish the book.
Madison made it halfway through the line.
Madison almost made it.
Listen.
After
I
this,
don't
you
wanna
gotta
hear
go
it.
like listen to the rest of the book.
Yeah, now I'm gonna go lay on the couch and read it.
You're gonna message
so-
us later with so many more like
Yeah.
thoughts and
I'll be
Play
like,
by play.
yes, I understand now.
It all makes sense now.
Ah.
It all makes sense.
Anyway, let's wrap up.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.